Messages from your multidimensional self. We're going to look at a message from a past or parallel life. We're going to look at a message from your higher self, and we're going to have a look at a message from your future self. So, pile number one, Spirit. For pile number one, Spirit, can we please have a look at a message from a past or parallel self, and what wisdom or pattern is repeating through time? We have got the Four of Pentacles. We're going to have a look at a message from your higher self. And what does the most aligned version of you want you to know now? A message from your higher self. What does it want you to know now? We have got the Emperor. And a message from your future self. What information or advice from your future self? From your future self. Bottom of the deck, we also have the Emperor. How incredible. The story that unfolds through the Four of Pentacles and these double appearance of the Emperors is one of a soul that has really journeyed through lifetimes seeking stability, safety and control, and is really now being called into true sovereignty. Now, to share a little bit of an experience with you, so I came down to earth very, very awakened, and then went through a deep experience in the 3D reality, and went through a reawakening in 2015. And in 2015, I was able to connect to many of my past lifetimes. Now, for the sake of this video, I will call it past lifetimes because it seems easier to explain. But what my spirit guides showed me, they showed me a coil, like a spring. And they pressed it close together like this. And you could see that all of those lifetimes were stacked one on top of the other. And how they bled into these other lifetimes. So there is an overflow, an overspill from all other lifetimes into this particular lifetime that we're now living. And one of the things that I noticed in my other lifetimes, or in many of my other lifetimes, was that it was actually very similar to this lifetime. I was living the same experiences. Yes, my face might have looked different. I might have been a different shape or size, but the actual experiences that I was having in other lifetimes were very, very similar to this particular lifetime, and that was quite eye-opening. So, like I say, when I talk about past and future lives, I'm really talking about this spring that sits all on top of one another. And so looking into what's happening in other lifetimes can be really, really helpful. As I always like to say, this is a collective reading, and therefore listen to your own intuition as to whether this reading is for you. If you would like your own private soul contract reading, where we can have a look at contracts you might have with you and others, or just look at your soul journey in this lifetime, and we can look into some of your other lifetimes, then that is certainly available with a link in my bio. But this particular story is talking about, like I say, a particular soul that has really journeyed through lifetimes seeking stability, seeking safety and seeking control, and really now being called into that sovereignty. So this reading might be for someone who may have always felt the need to hold on tightly to either relationships, to resources, to routines, or even their sense of identity. And this could be as a way to protect themselves from loss, from chaos, or the unknown. And they may have come from past or parallel lives where scarcity, where abandonment or instability really shaped them. And a kind of protective pattern has really followed you into this particular lifetime. Spirit is really showing you that it's time to evolve from protection into power, where once you may have had to kind of clutch. If we look at how tightly this person is holding on to all of these coins, they had to clutch, and they are now meant to command. Where once there was this need to conserve, you are now ready to create. And with the Emperor showing up not once, but twice, this soul is really being deeply invited to embody leadership, self-respect, and structure, not as a mask, but as your birthright. This really is a timeline of someone who is stepping into their role as builder, as guide, or leader. So perhaps this could be as a business, this can be a creative vision, or this can be a spiritual path. And this is someone whose presence will really become unshakable, not because they never waver, but because they have claimed inner alignment. So who might this reading be for? This could be for someone who has historically really played small out of fear of getting something wrong. This could be for a person healing from scarcity, whether that's financial, emotional, spiritual, and that's across many lifetimes. This could be a soul that is stepping into leadership, entrepreneurship, parenthood, or even some kind of major responsibility. So this could be anyone feeling a shift from external validation to internal authority here. And this could also be someone who is seeking, or senses that you've always had a bigger mission, but who feels very afraid to fully own it. So this reading is a soul invitation to stop waiting, to stop clinging, and to start really embodying the version of yourself who builds empires internally and externally. So with pile 2 here, the message from your higher self and your future self, really. But let's have a look at this in depth here. So your past or parallel self is one who learned early to hold on tightly to what they could control, whether that be material wealth, whether that be relationships, or even emotions. And this Four of Pentacles speaks to a time in your soul's journey where safety was paramount. And perhaps there was an underlying fear of losing what was hard-earned or of being vulnerable. And this version of you really held on to everything out of fear of scarcity or of being left behind. And it may have been necessary for survival at one point, but now it's a limiting pattern, and your soul in this present moment is really being asked to release the need to hold on tightly and to embrace the truth that you are no longer in danger of losing what you've worked for. You're now very capable of having more without holding on to anything too tightly. So this card is really saying you are safe to release. You're safe to trust that life can flow, and you've outgrown the fear of loss. The higher self comes forward as this beautiful divine masculine figure, someone who really embodies structure, authority, and sovereignty. And this is the self who calls you into alignment, really urging you to take control of your life and step into leadership role. The Emperor represents someone who doesn't wait for permission. They act from a place of clarity, of authority, and inner strength. And your higher self is guiding you to stop doubting your own capabilities You're really being asked to organize your life in a way that reflects the powerful creator you are. It's telling you to take action and to build your foundation with intention and clarity. It is saying that this is a time to move forward with disciplined courage and unwavering conviction, and whether that's in your career, in your relationships, or your personal goals, your higher self is really urging you to own your space and to lead with authority. So the message from your higher self really is, you have everything you need to lead. Be clear, take action, and trust that you are building something lasting. Your future self. We have the Emperor again, and this is quite an incredible moment of synchronicity. Your future self is also represented by the Emperor, really underscoring the idea that the life you are stepping into is one of full personal sovereignty, and your future self is unshakable. They're stable and they're fully aligned with your highest potential. This future version of you has really faced the challenges that you might be facing now, and they are here to guide you towards a future where you can embrace authority, balance, and structure. So this future self has really mastered the art of discipline and knows how to create sustainable success without compromising any values or integrity. And they are a leader in their own life and in the world around them. So they're very much here to tell you that the foundations that you're laying now will support you. It's talking about trusting your decisions and trusting that they will lead you to a place of personal empowerment and lasting success. It's saying that the throne you seek is already yours. It literally just requires you to sit on it. So the message here is clear. You have always been destined to step into your full sovereignty. From your past self's need to hold on to safety and security to your higher self's invitation to lead, your future self certainly is unwavering authority, and your soul is calling you into a powerful role that you were born to take. So it's really not the time for fear-based control. This is, a time for intentional creation, for discipline, and for self-confidence. The universe is telling you that you are ready to lead, whether in your personal life, whether this is in your career, or even as a spiritual guide. You have everything that you need to build a life of stability, of success, and clarity. It's all here in the cards. So why don't I finish with one more question? Let me make some room here. There we go. Let's have a look. Spirit, for the viewer, what does their soul's leadership look like? And how can they step into that role today? What would be valuable for the viewer to know in regards to their sovereignty? Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Fool, and we have the Three of Cups. These are really beautiful cards. Underneath that, we have the Ten of Cups too. Okay, so these are really beautiful cards, and it's quite a lovely conclusion for this multi-dimensional journey. So what does your soul's leadership look like, and how can you step into that role today? Your soul's leadership is quite radical, it's brave, and it's heart first. You're not here to lead in necessarily a traditional sense. You may be here to be a way shower, someone who leads by example, not by hierarchy. The Fool says your soul's leadership looks like trusting the unknown and really stepping into the new with an open heart and allowing your authentic joy and curiosity to light the way. It means that you're not really meant to follow a rule book. You're meant to write your own story, and your leadership may look like being the first to leap, the first to heal, or the first to say, what if there's a better way? This card really says your lightness is your power and your openness is your authority. The way forward is coming up as the Three of Cups. You are not meant to walk this path alone. And the Three of Cups is a reminder that your leadership is collaborative and it's something to celebrate. You uplift others by seeing the good in them and by weaving community, really by creating spaces where people feel safe to shine. And this card suggests that one of your gifts may be bringing joy, comfort, and healing into group dynamics. This could be as a guide, as a facilitator, a creative collaborator, or a soul friend. You lead by reminding others of what's beautiful in life, even when it's been forgotten. So, how to step into this role today? This could be reach out, gather your people, share your joy, let your energy ripple through your relationships. You never know who's watching you and who's silently gaining courage. With the Ace of Swords, this is talking about the truth is breaking through. This is a soul level realization that you're seeing the world differently and your vision is needed. The Ace of Swords is a lightning bolt of clarity, of purpose and truth. You are really being handed the sword not to fight, but to cut through illusions, to speak truth with love, and to offer clarity when there is confusion. So your thoughts, your voice, and your words, they all carry power now. You've really been given a soul truth, some kind of vision or an idea that's yours to bring into the world. Speak it, lead with it, and begin the new journey with trust in what you know to be real. So the conclusion with these cards is that there seems to be some kind of path of a sacred visionary. So your soul's leadership is very expansive, it's very joyful, and it's very heart-led. You're not here to dominate, but you are here to liberate and to light up the path for others who are just waking up to their own power. And you are the one who steps forward with courage when others hesitate. And you lead by being wholehearted, by inviting others into celebration, and by shining so unapologetically that others remember their own light. The Ace of Swords is your call to name it, to claim it, and to declare it your vision, and to really walk it towards its accomplishment, your accomplishment. It's very bold, and that's what Spirit seems to be asking you to be bold in your journey and with your gifts that you have been given by your natural resources. So across all three piles that we originally started with, we've seen a powerful theme, that you are ready to lead your life with clarity, with sovereignty, and with soul truth. And whether you're being called to let go of fear, to step into structure, or to leap into joyful self-expression, know this, that your multidimensional self is guiding you. The past, the higher, and the future versions of you are all cheering you on. Your soul actually knows the way. All you have to do is follow. Thanking you for staying with me in this video, and I really hope that you've enjoyed the message today. I know that I certainly have. Once again, if you would like your own private reading, whether that is a same-day reading that is returned to you within 24 hours, or a soul journey or soul contract reading, I would be more than happy to put that together for you. Sending so much love to each of you.